Now, we are going to try something a little different along with our general reading, and we actually don't have a lot of cards today. Our celestial friends have been very loud today about making sure that I include an angel number for today. If you don't know what angel numbers are or numerology in general, I'll try to explain quickly. Um, Basically, with numerology, our names and birthdays, even our house numbers, add up and break down to specific numbers. And those numbers have meanings which most often are accurate in describing our personalities, traits, the energy of our environment. Even the start date of a job or an anniversary date has a symbolic value. So, for instance, in numerology, I'm a five, and fives have their own way of doing things. We're creative, outgoing, though sometimes we can be introverted, stubborn, and oftentimes tend to get easily overwhelmed because we have too many irons in the fire. Um, Find out your birth number by adding each digit individually. I'm trying to go through this really fast. So, like 28 would be 2 plus 8. Then you would do that until you get the total value, which then you'd further add that sum individually until you end up with one single digit, which would be a 1 through a 9. And that digit would be your birth number. To figure out your name number, you'd correspond each letter of your name with its numerical place in the alphabet. So if your name starts with A, you'd give that letter a 1 in value. So then you add up each number individually until again you get a total. And then you add that total up individually until you get back to a single digit, again 1 through 9. Angel numbers are different and you don't need to do any math, thank God. But angel numbers are in the realm of synchronistic numbers. So when you see 333, 1212, every time you look at a clock or you get a dollar back in change and it has a portion of a serial number that stands out to you like 333 or 555, and you keep saying that number everywhere, that would be an angel number. I know y'all have heard of 1111. That's an angel or synchronistic number, and they have meaning. So today, as I was going about work, this week I'm doing desktop publishing and graphics design. My guides and angels kept telling me that I needed to break down today's number, I've had that a few times, but I've kind of just ignored it. And today it was so loud, so I did. March 8th, 2023 breaks down to 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which equals 21. And then 21 gets broken down into 2 plus 1, which is 3. So the energy of today would be a 3. If you just add up the entire date and then break down the total, it's 12. So backwards and forwards, which also, again, breaks down to 3. But you can also use that 21 or that 12. And 21 as a master number, you can apply that to your angel number meanings as well. And they're all over the internet, y'all. All you gotta do is Google angel numbers and it'll pop up. So here's what the energy of 3 brings for the rest of today. And I know it's late in the day, but I got what I got. 3 is a harmonious number. And it means that mind, body, and spirit are one. If something in your life is ignored or neglected, everything suffers. The angels tell you with the number 3 that you need to think about what you're doing to nurture all parts of you and where you can do better at listening to the things you've neglected within. To further that, 21 is advancement. You're about to level up. The next step is coming, so be prepared. Think of what you need to release in order to move forward. Write it down, and at the next full moon, either burn it or bury it, and allow that space to open up for what's next. And then we can look at 12, which is the sum of the entire date, not separated, and see that that message is support. Know that when you take your next step, you won't be doing it alone. Life has sent you new opportunities, and now is the time to embrace it. And do that with the understanding that you'll be supported. The things that come your way, yes, even sometimes the negative ones, are for your highest good. 12 energy asks that you reflect on how you've helped or been guided, how you've been helped or been guided by unseen forces in your life. and that you understand the support comes in many forms, not just in the physical. So then moving on to the rooms, I can see that this entire thing is for the light workers, healers, space holders, and energy workers. In the first position, we have Dagas, which is our breakthrough room, just like the energy of 21. Dagas is the energy of planning, which makes sense since it's in the first position. And it also brings awareness to the things around us that need our attention, such as ourselves and our personal growth on this path. It warns us about neglecting our needs and how that can be detrimental to where we want to go moving forward. And then after that, we have Berkana, which is the energy of the present. And we had this one on Tuesday, and it is the rune of becoming. And both of these runes, Dagas and Berkana, reside in the spiritual realm. Berkana is growth, fertility, and liberation, but it can also mean love, though I'm not really getting the energy of romance in today's reading. This is strictly more spiritual. Following Berkana is Isa, and Isa is the energy of reinforcement, which supports the energy of that 12 number. Isa tells us that while we still have challenges ahead, we don't face them alone, and we don't face them alone or unsupported. And then the cards seem to agree. Y'all, I can't make it up, for real. They correspond with both the number and the rings. In our Angel Oracle, we have the first card being our crown. And a lot of us are receiving activations at this time. I had some massive downloads over the weekend and earlier this week in my dream states. If you're feeling tingling, itching, any sort of sensation emanating from the top of your head, your crown is activated or being activated. Most of us on this path know what that feels like, but those of you who are newer may not have felt it until recently or until just now. Your crown connects you to the Akashic, angelic, heavenly, and the astral realms, and it rules over your spiritual center. So when you pray, your crown actually opens up. And then that is followed by the light worker card. More and more of us are feeling that call. And lately, I'm kind of at lost for words at how this is all gelling together. But more and more of us are feeling that call. And this reading seems to be centered around that energy. We're being called to the forefront in record numbers because humanity and the planet need that combined energy and light for the next phase in our energetic elevations. So if you're feeling a calling, don't deny it. You're one of the many who signed up to be here at this time, for exactly this purpose, to hold the light, to hold space, to offer healing, and to lead. And last up, we have the Indigo card, which goes along with that. We know that the last few decades have brought waves of indigo children into the planet. The natural born healers who have or are now just starting to step into their own light and into that role as light workers or light warriors. If you're curious, do some research on what being an indigo means and see if it resonates with you. I bet it will. And then last up, we have the crystal cards. And so we got labradorite to protect your magic, muscovite to help develop foresight, amazonite to speak from your heart and to communicate with your inner child. And y'all, amazonite resonates with the number 3 and helping to heal neglect parts of ourself. True story, not making this up. There are no coincidences in this. Last up, we have rhodonite, which is a type of garnet to help you go with your heart. I have both amazonite and labradorite available in my shop. So, if you're interested. And I swear I had some rhodonite, but apparently I must have sold it. Muscovite is oftentimes found in jewelry that you can buy in some of the larger department stores. It's usually used as like filler gems, which kind of look like hematite, but softer and shinier. I don't have any of that, but you can Google it. It's really pretty. That's all I got for today, y'all. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Till next time, bye bye.